Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our entitled parents. In today's episode, my father just yelled at me and my mom because a man doesn't clean. My entitled mom decides to bitch me out for having a life. My mom raided my room. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. My father just yelled at me and my mom because a man doesn't clean. My father literally just yelled at me and my mom moments ago because we had a property inspection and he claims the house was disgusting, although my mom and I stayed up late at night cleaning the house top to bottom. He claims he has 2 women in the house and that the house should be spotless because of that, stating that should be more than enough for a clean house to exist. He also went on to say that he's a man and that if he ever has to clean, he doesn't see the point in having us. I hope this doesn't get removed, but it's times like this where I want my hand to become a pretty necklace. P.S. I would like to add that usually the house is disgusting because of him. He literally made the kitchen sink nasty after I cleaned all the dishes in the sink out last night, putting food and utensils in it like it was just whatever. I'm constantly having to clean up after him time and time again like a baby. So you and your mom are just basically property and servants. Nice entitled attitude. Basically, every man I know clean. So I guess your dad isn't a man. This definitely put a smile on my face. Thank you. Go on strike. Stop cleaning the common area until he changes his tune. Just clean what you mess with. Or, start dumping the trash into his car or something. His car is always full with his own trash LMAO. I'll take note and do that though. See how he feels living in his own filth and having to clean it too. What your dad knows about being a man could fit in a thimble and have room left over. If a man won't clean, what is the point in having him around? Just excess baggage. My entitled mom decides to bitch me out for having a life. Apparently this is recent, and honestly I am kind of glad FBIL was able to see it. I went to a convention which of course my mother decided to gaslight me over. She is not allowed to see my nephew and I can see why. My mother from the time I was 7 to present is a control freak. She literally gaslit me tonight over the fact I was at work and I also worked a convention the entire weekend instead of calling her. She said I don't care about my nephew or her, and she is the reason why I don't mention having friends or a life. I can't have hobbies because that's weird to her. She demands me to give private emails between FBIL and I to her. Like seriously, we don't even talk about her. Yet she demands I give her information. Now I know why FBIL was so insistent that I cut my mother off. My mother doesn't want me to volunteer at conventions unless she okays it first, and I have to give up all club memberships, even book clubs, because she thinks they're weird. I am only her daughter when it's convenient for her, and yet I am supposed to just be her slave. I am so done and I want to just disappear at the moment, but I have to work. Apparently having a life is being her parrot. Maybe it would be nice to just move away and cut her off, but that means leaving dad to deal with her. So what do I do? Leave her. Your dad can take care of himself. Your dad chose to be with her. He continues to choose to be with her. He knows she is *T crazy and stays anyway. Unless he is taking your side and fighting for you, he is enabling her narcissism. Let him deal with her. Exactly. Your dad is an adult and chose to stay. Maybe he is only there for you and would cut and run not long after you. But yes, leave. As soon as you can. And secretly. If she knows or even suspects, your life would be way worse than it is now. Just one day, be gone. Let dad deal with her. He married her, he knows what he signed up for. If he doesn't like it, he can divorce her. If you're over 18, leave as soon as you can. If you're under 18, see if you can live with your sister. My sister died, I am out of the house, but my mother seems to believe that my life must consist of work and no friends. You leave your father to deal with the woman he decided to marry, and decided to allow to treat you as she is. You owe him, not her, anything. Pack up and leave. He can sort her out, or he can also leave. That is not your problem. Your dad is not your problem. You are your problem. Tell your mom to pound sand regarding her blatant attempts to control your life. Move out, cut contact, if she persists in her behavior. And your dad will have to fend for himself. My mom raided my room. Alright, so a bit of a clarification is that my dad died in 2016. So I was at school like normal, walked home like normal, and arrived home like normal. Immediately when I walked in, I knew something was wrong. I saw a bunch of my stuff on the floor beside the door, so I picked it up. Most of it was some books, clothes, a bunch of photos I had of my dad and brother, and $250 I was saving. When I said, "Mom, why are there things in my room?" she cut me off and said that she deserved it for raising me. So I go into my room and it looks like an actual tornado zone. My mattress was flipped, a bunch of my school homework was ripped up, my school books, not the other books behind the door, were ripped, the phone I'm typing this on had the front cracked, albeit mildly, the clothes I still had were all over the floor, and the cherry on top is that my watch that my dad gave me was smashed. When I saw this, I honestly yelled WTF and my mom came over to begin screaming at me to not disrespect her blah blah blah. Time to see if you can move in with another relative and get out of there. Mom needs psych help. Well, her son died and her living child is suicidal, so definitely does. This is why I started keeping anything I valued in my locker at school. And when school was off for summer, it all got kept in a box at my best friend's house. You may want to speak to your school counselor about this. This is not at all normal. I got pretty creative hiding things from my older siblings. One of the benefits of knowing that the best hiding spots weren't always at home. I also used a trusted friend as my mail drop. I'd order my illicit stuff and mail it to his house. He'd hide it in an old toolbox in an abandoned barn somewhere between our houses. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.